Thank you, ma'am. Now it gives me immense pleasure to introduce our honorable guest and today's keynote speaker, Dr. Farah Nawaz, ma'am. Dr. Nawaz is presently Associate Professor of Department of Public Administration, University of Rajshahi, Bangladesh. She holds a PhD in School of Social and Policy Studies from Flinders University, Australia. She was an International Fellow of Watson Institute for International and Public Affairs, Brown University, USA in 2017 and a visiting research fellow in Contemporary South Asian Studies program of the School of Interdisciplinary Area Studies of University of Oxford, UK. She is the recipient of number of prestigious awards like the DevNets Research Awards from New Zealand, Australian Governance Scholarship Awards, and so on. Now I request Farah ma'am to deliver the keynote speech titled COVID-19 Pandemic through the lens of gender response and recovery. Over to you, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Just a second. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You can continue. You can continue.
Okay. Thank you, Arijit, for your generous comments about me. I'm really moved and touched. And it's been a great honor and privilege for me to deliver my keynote speech in this prestigious international webinar organized by Sri Krishna College. And my heartfelt thanks goes to the organizer. And now we are going to discuss today about a very important topic, which is completely unheard and untold. So actually, due to coronavirus, our life has been completely transformed the last few months. And everybody knows that coronavirus is a specific type of virus caused by a specific type of disease, deadly disease caused by a very specific type of virus named coronavirus. And in last few months, we have seen that millions and millions of people have been infected and thousands of people have been died due to this deadly disease. Now, when we talk about COVID-19 pandemic, we are talking about risks. We are talking about different responses from different groups. What would be the recovery plan? But in that whole discussion, one important issue that always remains under the carpet, but that issue needs to be unraveled. Now, the question is, what is this? This is nothing but the gender aspect of COVID-19 pandemic. It is very critical for the policymakers to understand the difference between how it has different impact on men and women. Now, the question is why it is important and how it is different to men and women. Now, before I go to the practical incidences, it is important to look at a theoretical aspect of gender dimension of any pandemic. Now, Moser in 1993, she said that women perform three types of duties. Like one is productive, reproductive, and community work. Now, when it is a productive work, it is about women's paid labor. When it is reproductive work, it is women's unpaid labor. And community work, what women does for the community, and this is basically mostly voluntary. Now, you can link this theoretical underpinning with the practical happenings, what is happening due to COVID-19 pandemic. Now, COVID-19 pandemic puts women inside the home. Now, when you are home locked, what is happening to their lives in terms of women's reproductive work burden? Now, the children's school are closed, and the offices are closed, so all the members of the families are at home. So women's unpaid domestic work burden has been increased. There is no doubt about it. And there is a study that has been conducted in Australia, Vietnam, Thailand, and Malaysia. And you can see that the context-wise, these countries are very different. But invariably, the domestic labor burden has been increased in all these countries. And there is another important dimension of when women are staying at home, the domestic violence has been increased. And it has been proved that in last few months, invariably throughout the world, domestic violence has been increased. In France, USA, UK, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, you know that context-wise, these countries are different. But invariably, the domestic violence has been increased. Now, domestic violence is being taken place in many ways, like the physical abuse, sexual violence, forced sex and becoming pregnant, mental abuse. So in many ways it is happening. And when you are home locked, when you have less access to health and legal support, so women cannot go out to complain to police or get access to help. So there is a study has been conducted where it is found that only 10%, globally only 10% women are complaining to police. So you can see that the situation is even worse. And what is happening at a reproductive level, like women's paid labor? When it is paid labor, globally, women are at the forefront of the battle against the pandemic. And globally, 70% of frontline health workers are women. In US, in China, in invariably, both in developed and developing countries, frontline health workers are women. And when you are frontline health workers, you have more chances of getting infected. And in many ways, women are disproportionately affected by this pandemic, because when women are more at a part-time jobs rather than full-time jobs. Women are more at informal jobs. And when women are at part-time jobs, they have less safety nets, they have less health insurance facility, they have less safety nets, they have less paid maternity leave, right? So in many ways, women have been affected disproportionately by this COVID-19 pandemic. And if you look at the history, like during Ebola time in Africa, and the history is replicating again during COVID-19, because in Africa, what happened during Ebola time, women experienced more joblessness. They have lost their jobs. They were the victims of domestic violence. And there is a study that had been conducted in more affected areas and less affected areas in Africa. And it was found that in more affected areas, women were more pregnant. There are more pregnant women in more affected areas than the less affected areas. And when you are pregnant, it's not only about pregnancy. It has a long-term effect, because once you give birth, there are a lot of issues that will impact your life, because that will lead you to the permanent exit from the labor market, from the education. So you can see that how women are more affected by this, by any type of disease outbreak. So it is obvious, it is proof, it is a fact that any kind of war, famine, disease outbreak, disaster has more impact on women than men. And so now the question is, this is the fact, and I have given my arguments with proper quantitative and qualitative evidences. Now the question is, this is the fact, how we can overcome this crisis and what would be the recovery plans. It is very critical for the policymakers to understand the difference between men and women, how it is different to men and women. And what I feel that the women who are working at the forefront of the battle against the pandemic, policymakers should listen to those women, their stories, their sufferings. And policymakers should listen to those women who are divorced, who are single mother with children, who are disabled, who are the victims of violence. Policymakers should listen to those women. And also, it is very critical to understand how women are disproportionately affected by this crisis. And I think that if we want to prepare any long-term recovery plans, women's voices needs to be heard. Women are working at the forefront of the battle, but their voices are always unheard. So those stories need to be unraveled, and policymakers, it is very critical for them to listen their stories. I think that's all from me, and it's my honor to deliver my keynote speech. And again, I'm very thankful to the organizer. Thank you very much for your patience. Thank you.
Wonderful and enlightened speech. Now I request our senior most professor, Professor Pramodha Ghosh ma'am, to felicitate Dr. Nawaz ma'am and say something on her keynote speech. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. নমস্কার, উপস্থিত সকলকে আমার আন্তরিক অভিনন্দন জানাই। এই অনুষ্ঠানের আয়োজকরা আমার উপর একটি গুরুদায়িত্ব অর্পণ করেছেন, তা হলো আজকের সভামুখ্য ডক্টর ফারাহ নওয়াজকে সম্বর্ধিত এবং স্বাগত জানানোর দায়িত্ব। তার সম্পর্কে অনেক কথাই এর মধ্যে আপনারা জেনে গেছেন, তবু আমার মনে হয় আরেকবার পুনরুক্তি করলে ক্ষতি নেই। প্রথমেই বলি, ডক্টর নওয়াজ আমাদের প্রতিবেশী রাষ্ট্র বাংলাদেশের রাজশাহী বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ে পাবলিক অ্যাডমিনিস্ট্রেশন এবং সোশ্যাল সায়েন্স বিভাগের সহযোগী অধ্যাপক, এবং তার কৃতিত্বের সীমানা শুধু বাংলাদেশের মধ্যেই সীমাবদ্ধ নয়, আন্তর্জাতিক ক্ষেত্রেও তার গৌরব বিস্তৃত। তিনি পিএইচডি ডিগ্রি লাভ করেছেন অস্ট্রেলিয়ার ফ্লিন্ডার্স ইউনিভার্সিটি থেকে এবং বর্তমানে তিনি আমেরিকার ব্রাউন ইউনিভার্সিটিতে ইন্টারন্যাশনাল ফেলো হিসেবে এবং ইংল্যান্ডের অক্সফোর্ড ইউনিভার্সিটিতে রিসার্চ স্কলার হিসেবে নিযুক্ত আছেন। সমাজবিজ্ঞান নিয়ে তার লেখা অসংখ্য রচনা বিভিন্ন পত্রিকায়, বিখ্যাত আন্তর্জাতিক পত্রপত্রিকায় প্রকাশিত হয়েছে। সর্বোপরি পলগ্রেভ ম্যাকমিলান নামক বিখ্যাত প্রকাশনা সংস্থা থেকেও ডক্টর নওয়াজের লেখা বই প্রকাশিত হয়েছে। এহেন একজন আন্তর্জাতিক ব্যক্তিত্বকে আজকের আলোচনা চক্রে পেয়ে শ্রীকৃষ্ণ কলেজ সত্যি গর্বিত এবং ধন্য। করোনা ভাইরাসের এই অস্বাভাবিক পরিস্থিতিতে তাকে যথাযথভাবে সম্বর্ধিত করতে না পারলেও তার প্রতি আমাদের সকলের পক্ষ থেকে আন্তরিক কৃতজ্ঞতা ও ধন্যবাদ জানাই। আগের প্রত্যেক বক্তাই আজকের বিষয়ের প্রাসঙ্গিকতার গুরুত্ব সম্পর্কে আলোকপাত করেছেন, তবে এটুকু বলবো, পৃথিবীতে যখনই কোনো বিপর্যয় এসেছে, তা সে মহামারী কিংবা বিশ্বযুদ্ধ যাই হোক না কেন, তার সর্বাধিক শিকার হয়েছে নারী। আর্থিক, সামাজিক, নৈতিক, মানসিক সব ক্ষেত্রেই লিঙ্গ বৈষম্যের নাগপাশে জর্জরিত সে। এই নারীর কোনো দেশ, কাল, জাত, ধর্ম নেই, তার একমাত্র পরিচয় সে নারী। আজকের বিশ্বায়নের পৃথিবীতেও তার সে পরিচয় তেমন ভাবে পাল্টায়নি। কোভিড-19 বৈশ্বিক মহামারীর দাপটে যে আর্থিক সংকট সারা দুনিয়া জুড়ে তৈরি হয়েছে, তার ধাক্কায় ঘরে বাইরে নারীর অস্তিত্ব নড়ে উঠেছে। পারিবারিক হিংসায় বিপর্যস্ত হচ্ছে তার সম্মান, তার মানসিক স্বাস্থ্য। এই গুরুত্বপূর্ণ দিকটিকে আজকের আলোচনা চক্রের আয়োজকরা অত্যন্ত প্রাসঙ্গিকভাবে তুলে এনেছেন, এজন্য তাদের ধন্যবাদ জানাই। আরো লক্ষণীয়, আজকের এই বক্তাদের মধ্যে 4 জনই নারী। ফলে তাদের কাছ থেকে এই মহামারীতে নারীর সমস্যার নানা দিক পুঙ্খানুপুঙ্খভাবে উঠে আসবে এই আশা রাখি। সবশেষে আজকের ডক্টর ফারাহ নওয়াজ সহ অন্য 3 আলোচককে আমার সশ্রদ্ধ অভিনন্দন জানাই ও আলোচনা চক্রের সর্বাঙ্গীন সাফল্য কামনা করি। ধন্যবাদ।